Hello there, I thought I'd play around with a new type of video for my channel, taking products from one brand to create a complete look. It's very rare for any of us to only shop with one brand these days. There are so many options on the market to mix and match and be your own beauty editor, but there are a few brands I could do this with. Here we are for another Glossier Sunday video showing you how I combine all of their products. I use almost every single Glossier product and you can find reviews of them all on my channel, so this is just one combination to give you an idea of how you could marry their products together. Let me know if you'd like to see more. True to their style, this is a simple, fresh-faced, glowy look, an everyday sort of thing, but you can amp up certain elements to take it from day to night or from your desk to a date. Most of you know the style of my channel doesn't feature me on camera. I know it's unusual, but I prefer to put the focus on the products, so it's more about the content than the creator. I hope this sort of flat lay style can let your beauty imagination run wild and you don't have to make any comparisons to the finished look. We all look different, so products will always look different on us. This way there's no, ooh, that wouldn't look like that on me. So hopefully instead you can just picture how you might use the products in your own way. Starting with skincare. My approach to beauty definitely follows Glossier's slogan, skincare first, makeup second. Looking after and prepping your skin nicely will always help your makeup look better. Cleansing my skin with Glossier Milky Jelly to start. It's one of my favourite morning cleansers. This one's nearly finished, it'll be in an empties video soon. This is a cool, conditioning jelly texture, so it feels nice and gentle and helps wake my face up. Before makeup, I always like to start with some sort of face mist to help freshen up my face and help my moisturiser sink in. I love anything rose related and Glossier's soothing face mist feels nice and refreshing. I actually pour mine back into their original face mist bottle because it had more of an even spray and I like to feel like my face is really damp before moisturiser. And here's my favourite Glossier Priming Moisturiser. As many of you will have seen from its countless appearances on my channel, this is not just here because it's a Glossier only video. I've used this as my morning moisturiser every day for about 4.5 years. This lightweight fluid creates a great glowy, hydrated, dewy base. It is a moisturiser, not a primer, but it does create a nice smooth canvas for makeup too. But I'm not going anywhere without SPF. I often talk about the importance of sunscreen on my channel. I put it on every single day, even when working from home, because I sit near a big window and incidental exposure adds up over time. So important to protect your skin from sun damage, signs of aging, and the big one, skin cancer. My top sunscreens are from Australia. You can see them in my 2019 favourites, but Glossier's Invisible Shield formula is a nice option if you're in the US. Lightweight with a gel-like texture and it's completely sheer, so there's no danger of any white cast. On to the main event, the makeup. Perfecting Skin Tint made my Glossier favourites video late last year. I've been loving this little bottle for a long time. They updated their formula and shade names in 2019, but I'm still using up my old medium, which is now the shade G9. Over to all of you, if you've tried both formulas, let me know how they compare. This original lightweight fluid is super sheer, but just evens out your complexion and creates a healthy, dewy glow. You can build it up slightly by adding more drops, but I like sticking to about 8 or 9, rubbing it between my fingertips and really working it into the skin evenly across the face. Next, concealer. Glossier's Stretch Concealer follows their usual sheer, light, dewy trajectory, lovely to use all over the face in place of their skin tint or to add a touch more coverage on top, but it's not my favourite for heavy-duty spot concealing. I know one of my favourite makeup artists in LA, Harry Makes It Up, and my friend Caitlin in Canada both use it this way too, all over the face. I'll link their channels below so you can see the concealer in action. Most of you know I very rarely wear powder. I have normal to dry skin and love a glowy look, so the only powders I use are powders that don't look like powder. And Wowder is one of them. It has a lovely, light, silky feel and takes down any shine around my T-zone in summer without dulling the overall glow. I love the feel and shape of the Wowder brush too. It's nice and full and a good shape to softly pat onto the skin. Brows make the biggest difference framing the face, and Glossier has been the only brow gel in my makeup bag for almost 5 years now. Boy Brow is their best seller, a perfect brow pomade, which means it's thicker and creamier than a gel, so it holds brows in place firmly but softly. No stuck down, crunchy feeling. I wear the shade brown, which adds a nice tint too. But before I set them in place, I actually use their brow flick pen in brown to fill in any gaps first. This thin brush almost acts like a liquid eyeliner for your eyebrows. You can gently stroke it on to imitate individual hairs and naturally fill in any sparse sections. Time for my favourite bit, cream blush and cream highlighter. Psst, Glossier, please give us a cream bronzer this year too. Cloud Paint in Dusk is my favourite blush shade from from the family. This brownie nude is quite subtle but just warms up my face a bit. The formula is closer to a liquid blush than a cream. It's quite runny so you can really finger paint with it, but they're fairly pigmented so a little bit goes a long way. I don't think I'll ever finish a tube, have you? My skin is already looking nice and glowy thanks to the priming moisturizer and skin tint, but for a little bit extra on my cheekbones and down the bridge of my nose, I'm swiping on Haloscope in Quartz. This soft, slightly rosy champagne shade is my favourite given my colouring. A great dewy formula that you can swipe on straight from the stick, then I softly pat it in with my fingers to make it more seamless on the skin. I'm in a peachy, pinky mood for my eyeshadow today, surprise surprise, and this look is inspired by the makeup artist Katie Jane Hughes and a look she created on Rosie Huntington Whiteley. I'll link a photo down below. I'm actually doing some makeup multitasking here and using their Cloud Paint blush in Puff on my eyes. That's what Katie used on Rosie too, and I loved how fresh and feminine it looked. I only need a little bit swiped on with my fingers for a sheer, washed out look, but you can use a fluffy brush to soften the edges too. To add a slightly more peachy tone which suits my green eyes, I'm going in with my favourite Glossier Play Colour Slide shade Candyland, a shimmery peach that always makes people ask what I have on my eyes when I wear it. I smudge this on as a messy liner just above my lash line and below my lower lashes too. The pink haze of Cloud Paint in the background is very subtle, and this liner is what will make my eyes pop. Finishing with a Slick of Lash Slick, their minimal mascara. This one was a bit of a slow burn for me. I love a lot of volume with mascaras like Chanel Le Volume and Hourglass Caution Extreme, so this one seemed so subtle when I first tried it. But I met a friend last year and could not stop staring at her lashes, and this formula was the secret. I need 2 to 3 light coats of it to create great fluttery length. Much like my recent wedding guest get ready with me video, I'm in a pink eyes, red lips mood again. It's one of my all-time favourite makeup looks and colour combinations, so I've saved a few inspiration images on a highlight on my Instagram at MatildaOnVideo. To prep my lips and give them a slight tint, I'll apply Balm.com in Cherry. You can see all of their different balm flavours in my recent video and compare the tints there. Cherry is definitely one of the boldest, and I like to lightly pat it into my lips so they just look a little bit more full. But to really brighten things up, I'll be swiping on Generation G in Zip over the top. This is Glossier's sheer matte lipstick. I've used their original formulas of this for years and I'm still finishing them off, but their current formula is a bit more comfortable on the lips. I love how much of a summery, warm red Zip is, and it instantly brightens up the face. I'm going through the biggest lip gloss phase, and because Zip is a warm red, I don't want to add Glossier's red lip gloss because it has an almost raspberry tint on me, so the clear formula is a better fit this time to add a bit of shine. It is so glassy and glossy. I actually quite like that it's a little bit thick on the lips, but it does not feel sticky. There you go. Hopefully you're picturing your version of a dewy, fresh-faced look with natural flushed cheeks, rosy eyes, and warm red lips. If you're looking to step into Glossier's makeup maze for the first time or stock up on some of your favourites, they have several different value sets with really good savings. There are 2 kits that cover the basics. The makeup set includes Cloud Paint, Boy Brow, and Lash Slick if you're like me and want to tick off brows, blush, and lashes in a basic look. Or the second makeup set has Boy Brow, Haloscope, Cloud Paint, and Balm.com. Otherwise, if you're focused on dewy skin, there's a Skin Tint and Stretch Concealer duo. They're Wowder Powder and Brush sold together. For a bold brow, you can grab Boy Brow and Brow Flick together. Brows and lips are covered with the Boy Brow and Generation G set. If you're all about gloss and glow, there's the Lip Gloss and Haloscope duo. The eyes have it with Lash Slick and Colour Slide together. Or you can start with a perfect canvas with the Boy Brow, Skin Tint, and Stretch Concealer trio. Let me know how you combine Glossier's products and if you have any go-to steps in your routine from the brand. If you'd be interested to see a similar video using Glossier's skincare, how I combine those products, or any other Glossier requests, please leave a comment below. I am still hoping to get my hands on their new Skywash eyeshadows, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching, see you next time.